Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Chelsea Blues. Welcome back to another video. We hope you're all doing well today, guys. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out, and thank you so much for joining us. Dad, Chelsea versus Luton. This is your match preview, guys. So, Dad, like, what do you think about last weekend, and where do you think we can improve?
Oh, most definitely in defence. That was pathetic last week. I think, the defence needs to buck up. Even in the Liverpool game, we were vulnerable. We were more vulnerable last week. I just don't know what happened there, and, it was just like a reflection of last season. Now, I hope, we're playing Luton tomorrow, and, they certainly pull the socks up and organise themselves properly, because this ain't no laughing matter. It's a shambles, and
I agree.
We got £1 billion club, a £1 billion team, and if you take into consideration these high caliber players we've got, they should know what positions they should be in, yes, and on guard at all times. So I think tomorrow, especially playing Luton, we're going to have to be, 100% on our game. Yeah.
Listen, Luton are going to come all guns. Luton are going to come all guns blazing, right? They're going to be a team fighting for survival this season, and
yeah, they want to prove a point.
They're going to want to prove a point that they were the best, and they want to prove to the big dogs that they can get a result. So tomorrow we have to be good. We have to be really good.
Yeah.
We have to prove that we're better than what we've seen in the last game.
That to them, beating a higher, ranked in the Premier League club is, glory to them. Yes, and we don't want this to happen. We don't want this to be a farce again tomorrow. I think the fans, are totally sort of like poignant about this. Yeah, this has happened yet again when, we had this imagery, this theory that we were going to go in and we were going to start off with a clean run. Yeah, and, what has happened? We've lost to West Ham. We drew to Liverpool. Yeah.
I mean, look, we can't really say too much about the Liverpool game because we played well that game. We actually did play well. We gave it a good go.
There's no good putting pretty flowers around it. Yeah, you've got.
You're saying I'm what? You're saying I'm putting pretty flowers around it?
No, I'm not saying you're putting pretty flowers. But what I mean is, there are people out there who would say, "Oh yeah, the process is still going on." Sort the process. Yeah,
this
you've
is
got
now.
The players. Yeah, these players of a high caliber. Yeah, and if they can't be bothered, yeah, to know where they are, in time during the game on that pitch, they're not on guard, they can't, defend. It's pointless us even bloody turning up.
Look.
So my issue is, yeah, you get out there tomorrow and you prove a point that these two games have been a blip. Because if this happens tomorrow, this ain't no bloody blip.
This is an issue within the club.
This is an issue.
Deep-rooted issue into the club.
Exactly.
And then you have to look at the ownership model. Yeah. Then you have to look at the board structure, the player structure. What's the situation with the managerial situation? Are they actually getting the right things in place for them? Are the players having the right things in place? Yeah. Is their money going into the right? Is the money being spent well? Are the players right for the club? You have to look at all those objects. But for me, tomorrow this is more than just about that. This is just about proving. This is about proving a point that we can do it. This is about getting back to winning ways, getting clearing the slate now. The West Ham game and the Liverpool game have gone. This is a clean slate now again. Start again, win tomorrow, and win it well, because that's all we can hope for tomorrow is a win, a well-deserved win.
Let me just interject here. You're saying we prove a point tomorrow. Yeah, that's Luton. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Luton is still in the bloody Champions League, yeah?
Championship.
They're not
what?
that great.
They are.
But let me just say it like this, yeah? Right? Going out there and you said prove a point against Luton. We should have proved a point against Liverpool. We should have proved a point against West Ham. If we keep proving a point against teams on Skid Row. Yeah, you know. What's the point? We have to prove a point in playing, you know, these people, you know, such as Man City, Arsenal, Newcastle, yeah, Liverpool, you know, and all the other teams. We have to start beating. Like I said, you know, 1 or 2 draws, yeah, fine, the odd loss, you can bear that. But, you know, the way we've started off here is a shambles, and it's also, you know, epitomises what happened last season, yeah? So, put your socks up, get out there, stop panting around, and win.
Just win. Like, this is all we ask for every
guys,
game.
But, you know,
this is all we ask for every game, is just to win.
This is
now,
our team, yeah?
You know, at the end of the day, guys, this is a huge discussion and it's always up for debate. But let us know what you think in the comment section. What do you think all these bad results are down to? Is there something within the club that we're not seeing? Is there something in the managerial situation that we're not seeing? Is there something going wrong with the players? There is an injury crisis at the club as well. There is an injury crisis. And Nkunku's out injured. Carney Chukwuemeka's out injured. Benoit Badiashili's just returning from his injury. So is Armando Broja. Right? Now we've got Carney Chukwuemeka's out for 6 weeks. Reece James is out. You know, this is a reoccurring issue all the time. And it's a reoccurring issue. Is our medical staff any good? Is our medical staff any good to recognise that there might be an injury concern and say, okay, right, he's not training today because he's got an injury concern, he needs to rest and recuperate and recover, rather than going out there and exhausting that injury to the point where it's actually going to become a tear and not like a pull. Do you know what I mean? It is an issue in itself. Dad, like...
Yeah, some of them, let's face facts.
You have to have the right medical staff in place for this.
Some of them are a bunch of farts, and I wonder whether they swing the lead. But, you know, we've got doctors, yeah, we've got physios and so forth, yeah? And, you know, obviously they're not going to say, oh, you know, he's got an ACL when he hasn't, you know, and he's, you know, twisted his ankle, it's not an ACL, and one thing and another. But what I'm saying is here, yeah, it seems that, you know, and these are the key players, yeah? They're only joined the club 5 minutes and they're bloody out.
Nkunku, it was no fault of his own, it was down to that football pitch at Dortmund. If you remember that pitch in the friendly against Dortmund was friggin' awful. That was, he got his studs caught in the ground. But they shouldn't have played that game anyway. But let's let bygones be bygones, I guess. But guys, you know, let's have a look at Luton Town a little bit. You know, they've just been promoted from the Championship, and they haven't played the game at home yet. They're still waiting for Kenilworth Road to be sorted and Premier League ready. So they had to postpone their game against Burnley last weekend. And in the last 3 games they've played against us, let's talk about it a bit. Like, you know, they've played us in the last 2. They played us in 1994. We won 2-0 in the FA Cup. We've played them in 2021. We won 3-1 in the FA Cup. And then we played them in March 2022, the day Chelsea got put up for sale, and Luton Town lost to us 3-2 in the FA Cup away at Kenilworth Road. Dad, like, Luton, we look at them and we think relegation fodder. But they could also cause a surprise. They could also turn around and survive and be a really, really good outfit in the Premier League.
Any team can, yeah.
But like, what have they got to do to survive? Like, what are they capable of? We don't know. We haven't seen their squad. They've got a couple of good players. They've got, you know.
That's all they do is survive, yeah. And the people who are surviving, yeah, you know, the people, you know, who are coming up through the ranks or, you know, are from a lesser league, you know, they're coming to prove a point, yeah. We don't have to prove that point. We are Chelsea, yeah. You know, this has been our business now for God knows how many decades, yeah? This has been our business. And what I'm seeing is, we're just as bad as bleeding Everton, you know? Or a Burnley, or, you know, a Wolves. You know, this is what's happening. And, you know, it's a laughing stock when we should be top of the rock, yeah? Come on, guys. Get out there. Play.
Wake up.
Play with passion.
But, like...
Play for the people,
you know, Luton
who
have
pay
got
your bloody wages. The fans, you know? The income, the revenue that's built in that club. You know,
I mean, look. This is another thing as well that we have to discuss and we have to look at, is that the Luton squad is very, very raw. It's not a great squad. They got Ross Barkley, but that's about it.
Another reject from us.
But you know, it is what it is. Like, but let's just see how they get on tomorrow against us. I got a feeling they're going to put up a fight. But Guys, in terms of our team, the injury news is Carney Chukwuemeka's out, Reece James is out, Nkunku's still out, Benoit Badiashile is just about returning from his injuries, Broch is just about returning from his injury. So that's our situation, and Mikhailo Mudryk is out injured as well, guys.
Talk about Chelsea FC, it's like the bloody NHS.
A&E FC, A&E Accident and Emergency Football Club.
Yeah.
But, guys, like, we've put a team together that we think is more
Let
than
me tell you this, right? You know, they're out. Yeah, they've joined the club 5 minutes. You know, 1 or 2 of them are out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, yeah, that if you was, you know, in a job, yeah, like a high caliber, you was a policeman, you know, a bin worker, you know, a doctor, a firefighter, whatever, yeah, you know, you'd be in that job 5 minutes and you're going out, you know, with a sprain or an ACL or something like that, you know, getting full wages, living a high life, and one day, oh, I tell you, was a bloody farce.
But yeah, like in terms of the team news for tomorrow, guys, we've put a team together that we think is more than capable of beating Luton tomorrow. So let's get into that now, and we'll give you our individual thoughts. So guys, this is our lineup for Chelsea versus Luton tomorrow. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What would you go for? What do you think Pochettino is going to go for? We've not gone with what Pochettino is going to go for. We're going what we think. So let's get into this. So starting in goal. We've got no choice but to go with Robert Sanchez. This is the only option we really have. Dad, like Robert Sanchez, he performed really badly against West Ham the other day, and he could have got to that Antonio, the shot from Antonio, which resulted in the second goal of the game. You know, and he could have saved that penalty. But overall, Dad, do you think he will come good eventually? Do you think there's something about Robert Sanchez that makes you think, yeah, he'll come good?
Well, you know, let's just take this his second game. Yeah, you know, the onus sometimes is on the goalkeeper, isn't it? You know, for the goal, and yeah, you know, I can't you know, berate him too much. He's, you know, it's his second game for us.
Third.
Well,
third.
well, this will be the third now. Yeah. So you know, I will give him, you know, sort of like you know, 4 or 5 games. You know, maybe half a dozen at the most, but. You know, in the interim time, we do need
another goalkeeper.
A goalkeeper.
But we are signing. I think it's
Petrovic.
Petrovic. We're signing from New England. He's a top quality goalkeeper. He's about 16 million quid, but I don't know much about him, so we'll see.
Well,
you know, it is what it is.
Hurry up and get somebody.
Exactly.
You know, who is
competent.
Special,
competent.
Yeah, I want another Petr Cech in goals. I do.
Yeah, I can't be dealing with this all hee ho. We had Kepa, we had this, we had that, we had Mendy for 1 season. Yeah. We need a consistent goalkeeper to be behind that defence constantly, because that's what gives the defence the confidence to be able to, you know, say, okay, if we mess up, we've got this goalkeeper behind us and he's very good. Yeah. You know, so we can trust. We need a goalkeeper we can trust. So that is our goalkeeper. Moving on into the back four, we've got Ben Chilwell, Levi Colwill, Thiago Silva, and Malo Gusto. Now this was the back. We had the Sassy in there last weekend, and it was a back three. You know, it was a hybrid. Really, it was a back three of a hybrid, where someone like Chilwell would push up or Gusto would push up, and the other defenders would slide across and form that three. But I don't think that works. I don't think it works for us. I don't think it works for us as a team. You know, I think the back four is what we should be settling on, and we should be choosing this wisely. Dad, what do you think?
Right, you talk about a hybrid. You know, I want to know which ones of them have a petrol and which ones are electric. You know, when you talk about things like that, this is what I seen last week. They need a pair of bellows stuck up their asses. You know, the defence was poor last week. You know, it was like it was non-existent.
What defence?
You know, yeah. Exactly.
What defence?
What defence? So, you know, when you come to Ben Chilwell, yeah,
he played well.
You know,
he was the only one who played well. He went off for Caicedo, and then it all went wrong.
Yeah, and then we come to Thiago Silva. Yeah, you know, these two have been playing for God knows how long now. They know their places. Yeah, they know where they should be in space on that pitch. Yeah, so you know, I'm not going to speak too much about the other two. You know, because
they're inexperienced.
They're inexperienced. They're relatively new to the club.
They should be learning from Chilwell and Thiago Silva by example.
Let's you know, give them a little bit of grace for a couple of weeks. But you know, this can't go on. Yeah, you know, it's like a castle without a fortress or a defence. It's absolutely pathetic. So yeah, guys, pull your socks up, get out there, defend, even if you've got a packed bleeding bus.
Yep. And then going into the midfield, Caicedo, he has to be. It has to be. We need to talk about him in a second, though. So let's finish off the rest of the midfield. We got Conor Gallagher then and Enzo Fernandez. Like for me, right? Caicedo came onto the pitch against West Ham, and it went wrong. It went wrong, but that's not normal Caicedo. He gave away a penalty. He gave away like 8 passes. He gave away the ball like 8 times. It wasn't Caicedo. It wasn't the Caicedo we know. Conor Gallagher had a good game against West Ham. And for me, Enzo Fernandez missing that penalty, it disrupted his game. But Dad, talk to me about Caicedo and talk to me about Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. Because for me, this midfield should be more than capable of beating Luton tomorrow.
Okay, so Caicedo, he came on, the last 15 minutes of the game. Now, in all honesty, I've got to say, he's only just joined the club. He was only given 15 minutes. This is relatively new to him. We do give, like I say, a bit of grace, that couple of weeks, for a player to sort of blend in, and get that chemistry and synchronicity with the rest of the players. But I'm just hoping that, he sort of
finds himself,
matches our expectations after paying £100 million for this player. Yeah. It would be absolutely horrific if he didn't. Conor Gallagher, he's impressed me. He's still making, the odd mistake here and there. Fernandez,
world class,
but again,
can improve
beyond, what his current status is at the moment. As far as playing goes, but I just say tomorrow, guys, buck up. Yes.
Sort it out because the midfield, the midfield is the engine of the pitch.
Iron this crap out. Yeah. If you want to look at the last 2 games, and say that was history. Yeah. Now we go from tomorrow. Yeah, we go.
Yeah, but I think of it like this: the midfield is the engine of the pitch. It's where everything happens.
It's like the nucleus in the atom.
Yeah, you work everything from there, right? So you're the integral part of the team, so you have to buck your ideas up now.
Yeah.
If we want to get goals and we want to get creating chances, then you have to buck your ideas up. So guys, that's our midfield. Moving into the front 3. On the right, you got Noni Madueke. On the left-hand side, Raheem Sterling. And up top, Nicholas Jackson. Now, I think this front 3 tomorrow will get us goals. This is the front 3 of pace, energy, ability, and it should get us goals. Dad, Sterling had a really good game against West Ham the other day. Right, he was our most important. He was the best player on the pitch. Yeah. The way he could run through players, and it was reminding me of Eden Hazard. The stuff he was able to do. It was the Sterling of old as well. The Man City Sterling we've seen.
It was like a Sterling from 5 years ago. The energy in him was immense. He was playing with heart and soul. I really enjoyed. When he took out the West Ham defence, he just sailed through them.
There was it was no one's business.
Yeah, it was a sorry state that he didn't score, but all fairness on him. He played his heart out last week, and nice to see him back on the pitch for tomorrow.
Yeah, Noni Madueke, he played decent when he came on against West Ham. He had a good 15 minutes. He's just come back from an injury as well, so we have to take our time with him. We have to be patient that when he gets back up to full fitness. And Nicholas Jackson has been playing well every game. Nicholas Jackson, I'll be clear on this, right? He's been playing well every game, but he hasn't been getting the right service. Once he gets the right service, anything's possible with this guy, because he is like Drogba reincarnated. He's incredible. He's so good. Jackson, what do you think he's going to take for this team to get the ball to Jackson?
Yeah, this is the issue. And sometimes, the heads are not going up looking to where they're passing, they're like a split second out, This is what we have to sort of, keep installing and train for, is that split second reaction. The minute or that vital second we can get that ball to Jackson. We know he's a finisher, you know. He can eat his dinner, yeah. You know, anything is possible with Jackson. You know, I still have faith in him. He had a poor game last week, you know, but, you know, he's not the only player on the pitch, and, you know, the passing wasn't sort of like great in sync and everything else. But, you know, hopefully, you know, he can get the job done for us tomorrow and shut Luton Town up and move on.
Yeah, we move. Yeah, so that guys, that's our team. Let us know what you think. Let's go back to the main screen now, and we will give you our predictions. So, guys, in terms of our predictions, Dan, I'm going to let you go first. Just talk about the game, what you think is going to happen, and then, you know, let's have your prediction.
Okay, yeah, I think they're going to come out fighting Luton Town. You know, they, like you say, they, you know, got a point to score, you know, against us, and, you know, they want to make it sort of known, you know, that we're a team that could be facing relegation, you know, if we don't get the results. So I think, you know, we've got to be aware now that we've drawn one game, lost one, yeah, and, you know, we can't lose any more. So, you know, I think we've got to be out there, all guns firing, you know, and get those balls in the back of the net. Yeah, so I think, you know, in terms of prediction, if we go out tomorrow and we play like we previously played, you know, in the US tour, and, you know, we could beat Luton something like 3-0. So I'm going to go with a 3-0. That's on my mind.
Who's going to score for you, Dad?
I got 2 by Nicholas Jackson, yeah, and I got a goal coming by way of Raheem Sterling. I know that, you know, he's hungry for a goal. You could see that last week. So, you know, I'm hoping my predictions are right. We know we'd love to hear yours.
Yeah, so guys, in terms of my prediction, based on the game tomorrow, Chelsea have to come out and prove a point. We have to go out and win. We have to go out and be quick to the ball. Win the first ball, second ball, third ball. We have to be there. We have to be there in every moment, fighting for it, because it's what we know. As a club, it's what we know, and it's what we are capable of doing. We have to prove ourselves more than capable tomorrow of dismantling Luton, and I think we are more than capable of dismantling Luton tomorrow. So I'm going to say Chelsea 4, Luton 1. I'm going to say 2 goals from Nicholas Jackson, a goal from Enzo Fernandez, and a goal from Noni Madueke. But guys, let us know your predictions in the comment section down below.
And
guys,
can I just say briefly before I go, you know, my anger is my passion. Yeah, I know each and every one of you have, you know, a different angle on this. But, you know, I see it like, you know, it's like, you know, a small reflection. I know the season has only just started. We played 2 games so far. But, you know, like last season, I had this image, you know, that, you know, we're all on the same ship. But this ship is heading for an iceberg. Yeah? And, you know, we don't want that to happen.
this is football, not the Titanic.
You know where I'm coming from, yeah? And basically, you know, we don't want to be going down.
No.
Yeah, you know? No. And I think like this, yeah? You know, let's learn from these last 2 games now, yeah? And let it sink into here, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, and get out there, you know, tomorrow, you know, we're playing for the fans, we're playing for the club, we're playing for Poch, who's manager, you know. Let's not, you know, blow it, yeah? Let's get out there, you know, with a great mindset, you know,
prove a point.
Yeah, and
win. Just win.
Well, just win, yeah, but continue winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look,
that's our ultimate.
You know, at the end of the day, it's important that we just win tomorrow and we get over the first step. This is the first step now.
Yeah.
Once we've done that, we can then continue to try and push on. But guys, hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys. Guys, go and follow us on our Twitter at TalkingChelseaBlues. Go and follow us on our Instagram at TalkingChelseaBlues. Guys, go and follow us on our TikTok as well at TalkingChelseaBlues. We are posting regularly over on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter every day now, guys. Go and follow us over there, guys. It really does help us out. We're really enjoying doing the shorts and the YouTube stuff for us. And thank you so much for everyone who's watching these videos and watching the TikToks and stuff like that and the Instagram Reels. It's really helping us out so much. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, today. Hope you've all enjoyed. And if you have, as we said, see you tomorrow for the watch along.
Up the Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea. Bye, guys.